Just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Philadelphia Eagles. It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway. Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. Flushed out right. Open man downfield is Sanders. He's got him. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
And here's Sanders on first down, but going nowhere as he's tackled well behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. In motion left is Watkins. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Quez Watkins. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
If we had $1 for every time we heard a team talk about explosive plays and how valuable they are, we probably wouldn't have to work very much, and we just saw a big one there. And then they tried to go explosive again, going for 2.
Yeah, is that a little too risky, you think? Just kick the extra point?
You know, I'm all about getting points, and if I feel good about my kicker, I go ahead and do that. But with that ball at the 2-yard line, going for 2, I think it's awfully tempting for teams nowadays.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. On first down, Trubisky. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Trubisky. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Now Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
They'll start with the option, and he is going to lose yardage here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
19.
Throwing is Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Panther 11, 19 tight.
Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now Trubisky to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Backed up where they were on this side of the field. That was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a 1st down in that situation?
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because There's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards for number 11.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. On 1st down, Hurts. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith, a 20-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. Hurts will throw. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 receptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Trubisky. He gets it complete to Harris. And down he'll go at the 25. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. 17-0 our score after 1. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. He'll let it fly for Austin. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Linval Joseph breaking free and dropping him.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
A A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Hurts. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. So the false start will back them up 5. And they'll accept that penalty. The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Trubisky. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They go play action with Trubisky. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They run straight ahead with Snell. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Josh Sweat coming in strong and dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Trubisky escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they'd place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On the ball, now.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
19, Tiger, 19.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now on 2nd and 16. Hurts looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go now.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Dragon 60. Tempo.
They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Grant Calcaterra with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And this is going to be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. How about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rally.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.